Okay. We have another voting trying to push out. Yes.
Good morning. Can you hear me okay? Lori Sellers, I came here with great interest to hear a report by the Inspector General on immigration, public safety, and public trust, all due to President Donald Trump's public comments regarding immigrants or protecting immigrants. Regarding the Sheriff Department procedures currently in place in the Sheriff's Department related to immigrant residents. You know, I see that term immigrant. You have to please correct that.
Yes.
This is not on the topic of immigrants that you're making reference to. These are illegal aliens.
Yes.
And I speak from personal experience because my parents were immigrants. They had green cards that people have to work through a process so they could be legal residents in this country. And that's what my parents were. My father's now an American citizen. My parents did not suffer from anxiety or fear as LA County residents. I grew up in Monterey Park and West Covina. I support giving local law enforcement officials discretion to cooperate with federal immigration officials by holding an individual, or in this case an illegal alien, for a certain period of time. I truly believe in putting the safety and security concerns of American citizens and legal residents first, and that should be practiced from our local officials, our elected officials, our law enforcement, and first responders. Remember, we are a nation of laws. We are a sovereign nation. We are still a republic. Please put Americans first. Please obey the law. Thank you.
Followed by Robin Livingston.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair. I am concerned that there are numbers of people who are not following the Commission's Code of Conduct, which is posted up here and which you read about at the beginning. I want to hear from everybody who has requested to speak, and I would request that the audience remain respectful, even if there were opposing views. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to give everybody a fair opportunity to be heard.
I already have one.
That's a point well taken. So the code of conduct is over there, and let me just ask everybody to be, whether you agree or disagree, let people speak. No applause, no cheering. Just let people speak, and let's move on so we can hear what they have to say.
No, you're going.
Good morning, Commissioners. The revelations that were brought forth by the Office of the Inspector General regarding the continued relationship between the LA County Sheriff's Department and ICE are incredibly alarming, and I wish to shed light on an issue that affects undocumented youth. According to the Los Angeles School Report, Los Angeles Unified has the largest school police department in the nation for K-12 schools. The criminalization of transgressions like using a cell phone in the classroom, talking back to a teacher, or being absent from school could land these youth and or their families in local jails. No national statistics or evaluation studies demonstrate the extent to which undocumented youth are getting pushed out of schools and are at risk for criminal involvement and deportation, but many of us who have worked with youth have encountered numerous stories of the school to prison to deportation pipeline. The LA Unified School Board passed a Safe Schools resolution this May, vowing to protect immigrant students and included language governing the interactions between law enforcement officers and undocumented youth within their schools. Given the Sheriff's Department inability and failure to abide by state law, it is highly unlikely that the department is even abiding by local resolutions and laws. According to the current practices described by the Inspector General, there is a real possibility that an intake officer can refer undocumented youth to ICE agents who are able to place them in detention centers and may even begin the process of removal for them and or their families. ICE already has a proven trajectory of detaining youth who have gone through the juvenile justice system. The Civilian Oversight Committee has a moral and civic duty of holding the Sheriff's Department accountable for their blatant dishonesty, lack of transparency, and failure to abide by state laws. We believe that the Commission should have full investigative and subpoena power to compel that future records are not blocked by the Peace Officers' Bill or rights. Thank you.
Thank you. Arthur Schaper, followed by Robin Livingston, followed by Raul Rodriguez.
First of all, I want to commend Sheriff McDonald for his fortitude and strength, opposing Senate Bill 54, opposing any sanctuary state provision in LA County or the state of California. People who were opposed to that bill, as McDonald had shared, it would not prevent ICE from doing their jobs. They are a federal agency, and they are doing their jobs. So the joke and the surprise is on the illegal aliens and their pandering supporters. They have themselves to thank and blame for passing that legislation. If ICE had been permitted to go into the jails and had no legal frameworks blocking them, there wouldn't be this discussion or the fears they bring up. But honestly, I believe ICE has every right and responsibility to work with the sheriff in every level and capacity possible. In fact, I would urge that the sheriff must respond and respect federal law. We have a clear clause in our Constitution that federal laws are preeminent, that they have supremacy over state and local ordinances. The sheriff of El Dorado County has announced that he will comply with federal law. He will ignore Senate Bill 54 in every manner. I urge Sheriff McDonald to do the same, and he is within his rights to do so. What's the Sacramento going to do? Cut their funding? The feds have the money anyway. Sacramento is going broke. Our state is going broke. For the record, it is offensive to hear the term undocumented immigrant. They are illegal aliens. They broke into this country. They are not immigrants because they didn't follow the pathway that was lined up. I don't care if they were 3, 30, or 93 when they came to this country illegally. So please respect the millions of immigrants who have come legally in respect for our laws, for our culture. And I again respect the sheriff's decision to cooperate fully with ICE. American families, American security must come first. And that includes Ms. Lori here. She is the immigrant community that matters. And she said that the sheriff's doing the right thing. Respect.
By requiring and ensuring that the Sheriff's Department commits to not collaborate with ICE and making sure that ICE is out of jails.
No, we're not ICE in the jails.
Followed by Ian, followed by Carmen Trujillo.
That's you, yeah. All right. To the fullest.
See something, say something. This page have been told to the general public. Bottom line, I see something and I'm saying something. As an American taxpayer, registered voter, and citizen, I don't feel safe. American families are constantly under attack by illegal alien criminals.